Hi there, it's James McCarty, the sports director at Flag Family Media, and we're now here with one of the outfielders for the Fargo-Moorhead RedHawks, John Silviano. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing awesome. Baseball is back. That's got to feel really good for you guys. What are you most looking forward to in this 2022 season?
Oh man, I'm just looking forward out. Same thing every year, just going out and playing. That's what we love to do, and it's a long off season for us to be not playing. So we're all excited to get back. We're all chomping at the bit to go ahead and start competing again.
Definitely. And my kind of a curiosity that I have is when you've been able to play pro ball for so long, playing high school ball, then into college, and then being able to play at the single A, the double A level in the minor leagues for the MLB teams, what were you able to take away from those experiences to be so successful in independent baseball in the American Association, kind of throughout your tenure the last handful of years?
I think just the work that goes into it, you kind of really figure out how detail-oriented everything is, even the small things, the routine things, just repetition, just doing the small things right, because at the end of the day, it's all routine-oriented game, so just making sure you're good on the fundamentals, and you think that, it's going to stop at some point, but the work never stops, especially on the little things. I don't just mean hitting, just base running and fielding ground balls, just every little thing aspect of the game, how truly detail oriented it is, and the work that goes into making sure that you're really good fundamentally.
Definitely. What did you work on more in the offseason? Was it trying to get some reps in right field, trying to hit that cutoff man, maybe trying to take better routes to the ball, or was it trying to, in a two-strike situation, maybe we should, choke up a little bit and just try and put that ball the other way if they're going to try and go the other half? What did you work on that's going to make you successful this year most?
All of it. We work. I work hard every off season. I hit 6 days a week, train 6 days a week. So it's just the work that goes into it every single day, and the consistent work that you put in. It's about being consistent day in and day out to get the results you want. You can't just come out here and work hard for a month or work hard for a few months at a time. It has to be an everyday type thing, just to be able to come out here and have success. Baseball is a tough game as it is, so just try to work as hard as you can and stay on top of things, work on my approach, stay locked in, and just try and come out here and be the best baseball player I can be for my team.
Definitely, and we got a little guy down here. You have a dog now, and it looks as though I think he's been claimed as the team dog. What's his name? And kind of he's got a little swagger. He's got a chain too. What's that all about?
He's got a little Cuban link. His name is Onyx, and he's an American bully. He's a little Merle. He's got the Cuban link on. He's 6 months right now. So, he's like maybe the team mascot at this point, We brought him up here. He's my boy. He's so funny. But, that is my boy right there.
Oh, I absolutely love it. He's been roaming around all morning, just hanging out. He's been a blast. I'm hoping to see him at the ballpark this year. Is that going to –
You will, definitely. He'll be here with me in the locker room and stuff. I don't know about on the field as much, but he'll definitely be with me in the locker room. Probably causing trouble, but that's fine. We all love him, so it's great.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you're one of those guys, honestly. I was so pumped when the RedHawks got you because being able to watch your at-bats, you're one of those guys that you legitimately can go for 30 home runs. I mean, you bring some pop. And, I mean, kind of one, what are you most looking forward to when you hit that first home run this year? And two, how have you been able to figure out pitching over the last couple of years to be so successful? Because there's a whole lot more that goes into it than just being able to turn your hips a little bit and rip that ball down the line. So how have you been able to hit so many, and how are you going to keep doing it?
I think the thing is just being locked in with your approach, a lot of times, especially when I was younger and earlier in my career, I'd go up there and I would try to do too much. I'd try to hit the furthest home run, I try to do these things. And a lot of times when you're trying really hard to do it, it's never going to happen. So just figuring out your approach, just staying more line drive oriented, just trying to hit line drives off the top of the fence and keep the ball low. And for me, that's what works best for my approach, that's what's going to help me hit home runs and help me drive the ball to the outfield instead of trying to hit home runs where I have more of an upswing, and that doesn't work out so well for me. So just staying locked into my approach, and I think that's it, man. Just not trying to do too much. I know I'm strong. I know I'm a good hitter. I don't have to try and do too much. Just put the barrel on the ball. It's going to go. So that's just what I'm really focused on this year.
For sure, and I was kind of curious as to what your pregame routine ritual is to try and get into the game. It might have changed a little bit with getting Onyx this offseason, but is there a pregame meal? Is it a certain type of music you have to listen to? Is it going and taking 20 cuts in the cage? Or what do you do that gets you so zoned in to be able to be a successful player night in and night out before first pitch?
I think it all just has to do with your routine. Your routine is the biggest – for me, your routine is the biggest thing, especially in season, because – you're doing the same thing every day, and if you're not being consistent with your work and not being consistent with what you're trying to do, then you're kind of just floating everywhere. You're doing one thing one day and maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. You're doing the other thing, one day trying to figure it out. I think it's just, for me, I know what works for me, and this game can kind of get you to start spinning your wheels. So just staying locked in, staying focused on what I need to do, and even when it's not going right, I know that it's the right thing for me, and just to not change anything, just to trust in what I'm doing, and good things will happen. That's really it.
Definitely. We're about 2 weeks away from the home opener for you guys, 2.5 actually from today. What are you most looking forward to that? Is it going to have Newman outdoor, this entire stadium packed full of fans? Is it going to be that first win? What is going to be that thing when you walk out of that dugout, you jog out there to the field for the first time, you go, this is why I'm playing pro baseball with Fargo-Moorhead?
Of course, man. It's really just coming out here in front of the fans. We have great fans, and they come out here and they support us every night in and night out. So, it's no fun playing in front of no fans, so coming out here in front of the fans and playing, obviously getting that first win will be great. Hopefully we get it on the first night right in front of the fans, start off the season right at home. And yeah, man, we come out here to play in front of the fans and play, we're all competitive, we all have that competitive bug in us. So we're playing for us, but we're playing for the fans too, they love what we, they come out here and they support us and they love what we do, and we try to just give them a good time and hopefully put on a good show for them.
Definitely. What makes, as we're wrapping up this conversation, what is going to make this year success for you guys? Does it have to be that championship? Is it getting back to the playoffs? Is it going to be, trying to win 70 games out of a 100-game season? Or is it hitting 300? If you had to circle one, maybe two things to make it a successful year, what is it?
I think just winning the championship, man. We runner-up last year, the championship, and nobody likes coming in second place. You go all that way, you don't want to be number 2 at the end of the day. So, I think for us, man, the only thing we need to do is win it. That's the only thing that we can really go from here. We can't do too much more. As far as personal goals, of course, I have my personal goals and numbers that I would like to achieve by the end of the year, but I'm not worried about them right now. I know that if I just stay locked in with my approach through 100 games, all of the numbers will be there at the end of the year, so I'm not worried about that. More just so winning a championship would be the icing on the cake for me, and that's really our number one goal here.
Definitely. John, thank you for coming to your time. I really do appreciate it. We're looking forward to it. I'd say go RedHawks. I think we're looking for a 2022 championship locally, too.
Yes, sir. We'll try and bring it home for you.
Awesome. I'm James McCarty, the sports director at Flag Family Media. Have a great rest of your day.